Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Have you ever wondered what you can actually do with stencils? I'm just about to show you what you can actually do. I'm going to create journal pages, and today I will be working with Crafter Workshop's stencils. I am pretty sure lots of you have them in your stash, probably not using them as often as you wish to, but I will show you little tricks what you can actually do with them. If you don't know me yet, I'm Anna, so welcome to my channel. I hope you'll find something inspirational for yourself. So what I'm doing first, I'm just starting with attaching washi tape in few places. As you can see, I'm tearing my washi tape in regular strips, and I'm just attaching them in top of the bottom corner across the pages. That's the way how I prefer to work. That's the way how I like to create. If you have any other way of creating, enjoy it. You can also use, like, for example, paper strips. You don't have to have washi tape. You can have, for example, like a piece of an old book page. You can have like a magazine page, anything, whatever you have on hand, you can grab it and stick it on your pages as a texture, as a starting point. Now I'm gonna cover all my elements and the pages with gesso. I'm using white gesso from the Crafter Workshop. As you probably know, I am one of the brand ambassador for this amazing company from US, and I'm testing and playing with different products they actually have available on the market. And what I can tell you about Crafter Workshop gesso, that is quite liquid, and when you're applying with a brush, or even you can apply with for example, spatula, or even old credit card, whatever, it does not give you a full coverage, which is an absolutely advantage of having this gesso. And why? Because if you want the images from underneath being visible, that's your gesso to go. So if you don't have this gesso yet, that is a really good product to have. So I've covered the pages with gesso. Why I've done that? I'm preparing the pages to take further mediums what I will be using. So my mediums will not sink into the paper. It will allow for the nice float, and gesso give the tooth to your pages, so actually will help for your mediums to actually be able to mix better together. So the next step what I'm going for, I haven't played with inks for quite some time, using different techniques, and today I will be using the distress inks and using the smooshing technique. I really like this technique. It's really unpredictable and it's really satisfying. You have so least control on what's going to happen, how the images gonna end up, what you're gonna actually achieve on your pages. So this is really satisfying in a word, and at the same time. So I'm just starting with the lightest color first, which is a yellow one. So I'm just adding a little bit on my acetate piece, and then I'm spraying a bit of a water and just smooshing on my pages like so. Nothing complicated, very simple, very easy steps to follow. If you are a beginner, that's something absolutely for you to follow. So I'm just going for a next color now. I'm adding this beautiful light pink color, and as you can see, I'm not really precise with that. I'm just smooshing my ink on the pages here and there, but mainly I'm concentrating on top of the corner on the right hand side and bottom corner on the left hand side. So this is the way how I like to keep the harmony in my project. And then I will be moving on to the next color, which is going to be a purple. As you can see, I'm going for quite pastel colors. That's the colors what I prefer to work with. That's the things what actually I enjoy. Soft pale colors, that's something what I really love and adore. And probably you've noticed in my project, that's something what actually quite visible for my project. That's something what you can probably notice from watching me on my other social media. So remember, each time you apply different color, just you need to give a quick blow to your inks With distress inks, if you're not gonna dry each color, then you might likely mix the colors together and the effect might not be as nice as also as clean. If you will be working with distress oxide, then you don't have to really dry your pages and dry your colors when you will be playing in between. But with the normal ordinary distress, that's something where you really would have to just follow, just so your colors will not mix and it obviously will not change the color what you're actually aiming for. So let's do a little bit of experiment now. I've got this beautiful stencil by Rebecca Mayer from also Crafty Workshop. This is quite oldish stencil, but I really like the design, and I thought, I was just about to pull it out from my shelf and just play with it. So I'm applying a bit of ink on my stencil. As you can see, I also smooshed that ink quite fairly on my stencil, and I've sprayed a bit of the water on it. And that is also the technique where you can use for your, for example, layering mediums, layering colors on your project. Obviously the image didn't transfer too well, but that doesn't matter. That was also giving me a nice texture, nice also interesting effect, and also gives me also the possibility of trying out and playing that way with my stencil. If you will be going for distress oxide ink and you will apply directly to your stencil and spray directly a little bit of the water, you will be able to actually have a ghost impression of your stencil on your project. I did try that technique before, it did work, so trust me, the image is transferring beautiful, but with distressed inks it just didn't work out. But that's just okay. That's obviously, it's just a trial, just a plain technique that's everyone can do. So as you can see, you don't have to have acetate to add the color to your pages. You can actually do it that way. So I'm staying with the same stencil, and I'm just gonna transfer a few images from this stencil while I actually got it on hand. So I'm just starting adding this circle with pink ink first. Then I'm gonna just grab yellow one and maybe use a butterflies. Yeah, let's go for butterflies. Let's put few butterflies to my page. Why not? We'll all like butterflies, so we can just play the experiment. So as you can see, I'm just transferring the smallest butterfly first in a couple of places here and there, just checking where they're gonna be looking nicely, when they're gonna have a nice composition together with the other elements what I will be creating. So I'm just, you know, imagining things where they will look good, basically. So I've decided I'm going to transfer all these 3 butterflies. Why not? Why not being courageous? Why not test it that way and see what happens? So once I'm happy with the elements, with the butterflies on my pages, I will just play around with purple color. So let's switch to the purple now. I'm just using the sponges from my blending tool. You can also use, for example, kitchen sponges to transfer your ink through the stencil. That is absolutely fine. Whatever you have on hand, you can always grab and play and enjoy the process of experimenting, of creating. There is some techniques what I haven't tried yet. This is something what I probably will encourage myself to do so. So we're all learning from each other. This is what I'm finding satisfying to share all the tips with you. So I hope you benefit and grab the inspiration from those. I've picked this stencil from my stash. This stencil is quite old. It's been on the market for quite a few years, but unfortunately for some reason I never just reach for it. I don't know why. So I thought, well, it's about the time to grab it and just create with it. Why not? So I'm just applying this image through on my pages with pink ink, and as you can see, I'm not very super precise. I'm just adding a little bit of interest here and there, here and there. So this is how you can actually layer different images using different stencils. Whatever you have on stash, don't just, you know, leave it there on a shelf. Just get them out and experiment, play with them. Let me give you a bit of a close-up how my pages look so far. I think it's pretty interesting, it's pretty cool. What I've also created quite some time ago, I've created actually images from those stencils from Carmen Medlin. I had them in my stash for quite some time now, for quite few months, when I was playing with different inks, and I've just created those beautiful flowers. For some reason I haven't used them yet, so I thought, well, just pull them out from my stash and just use them in this art journal, because the colors on the flowers, they complement each other with the colors used on the background, so why not? They're gonna be good. They're gonna be complementing my focal point, so I thought it will be just good to grab them and just use them on my pages. Why not? So I'm just playing around with which ones I want to use. I'm just trying maybe here, maybe there, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe leave it 2. Why not? So once I'm happy with everything, I'm just gonna grab gel medium. This is a really good adhesive. You can grab it and you can adhere your elements to your pages. So I'm gonna just add a bit of a gel medium at the back and just stick it to my pages like so, without much thinking. And once I'm happy with everything, I think I will need some sentiments. I think they will just complement each other nicely on these pages, and will just be a little bit highlighting everything together. So I think this is what I will go for. So for now, I'm just sticking the elements, sticking my flowers on the pages like so. And let's do it. Yeah, I think, yeah, let's do it. Let's add some sentiments. So I will be reaching for this stamp set. Actually, this is a new product what Crafty Workshop actually released back this winter. I've stamped few sentiments on the piece of paper. I've cut them out, and I'm just gonna adhere them to my pages. So this is super simple, super easy. If you are a beginner, if you're stuck, if you don't know what to do, what mediums, what products you want to play with, just grab your stencils. Why not? You can create so many different beautiful things. You can create absolutely gorgeous background with your stencils. And you can also create a beautiful focal images. Why not? You can just stretch your imagination and go for it. Do it. To finish off my pages, I'm gonna just grab black liner and just create a sketchy border on my pages. As you can see, I'm quite loose. I'm not really precise with that. Least precision here, it's better. It's just what it's all about. So just having a bit of a doodling around my sentiments, and this is it. Simple as that. Super quick, super easy, and it's so satisfying. Trust me, it is so satisfying. Art journaling is the really nicest project we can go for. It's really rewarding process. You can just play with the mediums. There is not such a structure to follow. Whatever you've got in your heart, in your soul, you can just transfer it on piece of paper. And to be honest, you don't have to have any precise, expensive books. You can also play with a old book, for example. You can use like notebook, just stick few pages together, so it's going to be thicker, and the mediums what you will be applying on top will not actually sink to your pages and will not damage your pages. So, you know, there's few little tips what makes a big difference, and I'm sure you're going to love it and enjoy it. To finish off my pages, I've decided I'm gonna add a few splatters, and I'm not introducing any new colors. I'm just using the same inks what I did use on the background, so everything it goes nicely together. The harmony of the colors it's kept. Additionally, can add maybe black splatters or white splatters, but I've decided I'm gonna just keep it in the same tones as my background. So this is it. This is my pages. I hope you found it inspirational. I hope you have an idea what you can do with stencils, and I hope you will enjoy it. So till the next time, my beautiful friends. Talk to you super soon. Bye for now.